So we work with youth that have been out of home placed, out of school placed, and on intensive probation, and we've combined clinical therapy with a service learning element, growing food for needy families, as well as an entrepreneurial focus.
Well, about 3 years ago, Noran walked in our office, just kind of a cold call, walked in our office and said, hey, I've introduced himself, explained his projects of entrepreneurship for at-risk youth, and basically said, what can Extension provide for us?
Well, to be honest, when I came into Cooperative Extension, I was quite ignorant as to what Cooperative Extension had to offer. I knew there was some expertise, but I had no idea the depth of the expertise, the friendliness of the staff, and the fact that they were there to support the kind of innovations that we were talking about.
I got involved with the program through Mr. Sanford. I was in some situations that I created for myself, and he was my therapist, and he gave me the opportunity to work with him during the summer in the community garden. And at first I just did it, kind of to pay him back for what all he's done for me. But once I started working and I started, creating bonds with people in the group, it became like in my heart. Like, it was really genuine. It wasn't just paying him back anymore. It was because I really liked what I was doing.
So really through this program, all of our young men were headed to prison. And they've flipped that future. They flipped their prison. And so now we're actually flipping a closed prison in Scotland County into a sustainable farm and educational center. And this site will serve troubled youth. It will also serve veterans who are in residential internships, who are completing their 4-year degrees, as well as provide programming for the greater community. We had the opportunity on December 9th to stand on the 14th floor of the Archdale building and present to the executive leadership team of the Department of Public Safety. And they gave us the green light to go ahead with the prison flip in Wagram, North Carolina, to provide a replicatable model that could be used to inform other prison flips, as North Carolina has 57 closed prisons. We would not have been able to stand at that table as prepared as we were without the nearly weekly support that Cooperative Extension has provided.
All right, so I got the idea to start my own business through working in the garden and the idea of using vermicompost. Well, after I started my business, I ran into some complications with feeding and certain products that I was trying to offer, so they set me up with Dr. Rhonda Sherman, who's actually the leading vermiculture expert in North America, which was a great experience. She gave me a lot of pointers, a lot of information I can use, and it really has helped me when I applied it to my business. Another opportunity that I had through Cooperative Extension was to attend horticulture camp hosted at North Carolina State University, and it was facilitated by Ms. Liz Driscoll. She was very patient with all 7 of us, and she wasn't used to working with people from our backgrounds, and she kind of, it was a transition for her, but she transitioned well, and I salute her for that.
When we began, none of our guys were talking about a future in agriculture. None of our guys ate vegetables on a regular basis. Now they eat vegetables, and several are seriously considering a possibility in agriculture. And now in some of our questions on a national level, we're being asked, well, why this in North Carolina? Why this innovation? And North Carolina has received some bad press. But let me say, as an outsider, North Carolina has the #1 cooperative extension agency in the country. And it's because of the expertise and the passion that they offer that these kind of innovations make sense in North Carolina. This is homegrown innovation, and Cooperative Extension are experts.